Hey everybody, welcome back to Life Elevated Trailers. We're here with the 2020 RPM 28-foot Gooseneck Chris Burandt edition. I wanted to go over some of the changes and features they've added for 2020 and show you why this is the best, most experience changing trailer on the market for snowmobiling. We're going to start here in the front with what they've changed here in the storage compartment, and then with your electric landing gear. All Burandt trailers come with electric landing gear, so up and down is just with the push of a button, but it's keyed right here so that nobody can steal your trailer. They have to have a key to actually raise and lower it. Dropping this down, they moved your spare tire up into the gooseneck, and then they've moved your batteries up into the gooseneck as well, so they're not inside underneath the floor to get at. You can just come up here and grab them. Moving around, the black obviously looks amazing. This year it's a little bit deeper, in my opinion. Looks a little nicer. Something that you don't notice right off the bat, but is a massive benefit of having these Trails West trailers, is they have a handle on your fuel door. So you can open your fuel door without your keys. When you're at a gas station and it's -10 and there's road grime all over this and this thing's frozen shut and you're out here with a lighter trying to melt it off so you can get a key in it, it's a pain in the butt. Leave them unlocked, nobody can get anything out of there, and you can open them and shut them without having a key. Moving around, they changed the step for 2020 to get in and out. It's no longer the U-shaped metal piece right here. Pull this out, lift her up, she's shut, pull out, come down, your step's open. New graphics denoting the extreme cold weather package. Really cool white carbon fiber graphics. Another fuel door. They've added the stabilizer jacks, the standard feature now. You have all your same load lights up top here. All Burandt RPM trailers come with reverse lights on them. So when you shift your truck into reverse, these lower lights actually turn on as floodlights and light up behind the trailer. All your locks are keyed the same. Your front ramp, your rear ramp, and your man door have the same key, so you don't have to carry a bunch of padlocks. They're all covered. They all open and shut the same. And then last feature about a Burandt that I really like, and about an RPM in general, is these ramps are sprung from the bottom. What I mean by that is they don't have the cables, they don't have anything in the way, but the way they work is if you pull this thing out, see how slow and nice that dropped? So they just drop, tap, and then you step on them and they're down. Now, for me, that's awesome because I just get out of the way and let it fall. The other thing it does is this ramp is lighter at the bottom and heavier at the top. So if you grab it right and just sling it, it just shuts nice and you're not sitting there lifting a heavy door from the bottom. Coming around the other side, when this aluminum gets heat on it, it doesn't ripple because it's a lot thicker than your standard aluminum on a regular cargo trailer. Beyond that, you've got 3 mils of paint on this trailer. Your standard aluminum skin has a 1/2 mil of paint. So you've got 6 times the paint on this trailer that you do on a standard one. So when you wash it, you don't notice it scratching or fading. Holds up a lot better to the road salt and all those things. Coming over here, that extreme cold weather package that I talked about earlier, we'll talk about it more inside. You notice you got 2 furnace outs, or 2 furnace intakes and exhaust. That's because this trailer has 2 40,000 BTU furnaces on board. Come around back, we'll take you inside and we'll continue the video. All right, I'm gonna go over the interior features now on this RPM Trails West trailer. One of the biggest things is they use the nicest ski glides in the industry. These are Super Glide ski glides. The difference between these and your standard ski glide is these have traction in them. So when you come down this ramp, you're not stepping, risking your life. In cold, wet, hazardous conditions, these have little grippies on them and they grab your boots so you can come up and down the ramp easily without worrying about falling. Come on up. You've also got traction blocks there. And then over your rear door, where snow always falls and jams in the ramp, they've got a plastic cover so the snow doesn't get jammed up in your hinges and make it hard to close your door. They all come standard with a broom, sweep them out, right? This trailer's got the legendary floor melt in it or track melt is what they call it. So all your heat is coming up through these holes in the floor under your sled, melting your track, distributing heat evenly throughout the entire trailer. New for 2020 are these lower lights all the way up the trailer. They add a ton of extra light, and they really help when you're down working on something under the sled to have light coming in from the side so you can see what you're doing. As always, aluminum walls, aluminum roof, 1.5-inch styrene board in these walls, insulating the trailer and the walls and roof. And on the extreme cold weather package, not only does it add a second 40,000 BTU furnace, but it adds an entire spray foam package under the trailer that spray foams the entire underside. For 2020, they upgraded to the new kicker speakers. So they have a new fascia on them, sound a little better. Coming forward in this trailer, you still have all the same awesome design that's been functional for so many years. You've got your helmet dryer right here. Nothing's changed because it works great. You've got your timer on the wall here with your furnace, so you have a selectable temperature on your furnace, and you have a timer on it so that when you get done riding, you can twist this to about 3-4 hours, dry out all your gear, go inside, and it'll shut itself off automatically. Benches, I don't need to cover that stuff. All of these trailers have an 8,000-pound GVWR, meaning you can put, 13,500-pound GVWR. They weigh 5,600 pounds, so you can put about 8,000 pounds in them. That makes this a capable car hauler. It's got all the heavy-duty 5,000-pound welded D-rings for hauling a car if you need to. 2 side-by-sides, Jeep, motorcycles, snowmobiles. It's not just a winter trailer, but it does have the capability to haul cars when you need to. Tie-down holders. And then up here in the front, for 2020, they've made some pretty cool changes too. Besides the lower lights, they've added a ton of USB charging. There's 8 USB charging ports next to this stereo. So all your headlamps, all your radios, beacons, backpacks, anything electronic that you use to ride, you're going to be able to fit the charging up here. And then on the heating, they've got one furnace dedicated to just heating the trailer, so blowing a ton of heat into the body of the trailer. The other furnace dedicated to drying your boots, drying your gloves, pushing track melt out, pushing heat out under your bibs and your jackets. When you get done riding in a Burandt trailer, and here's something I really want to highlight, is how much this changes the experience. So in a standard non-heated, non-dried trailer, you get done riding, you come in the trailer, you undress, you take all your stuff off, you hang it on the wall probably, and it sits there until you get home. You get home, you come out to the trailer, you take all your stuff off the wall, you put it in your bag, you take it inside your house, you spread it out over all the dryer vents in the house. It smells bad. I mean, it smells good to snowmobilers, but to your wife it doesn't. And then once all that's dry, you put it back in your bag. And then when you go to ride again, you bring your bag all the way out, and chances are you forgot something. With this trailer, you take your helmet off, you put it in the dedicated heated helmet bin. You take your bibs off, you hang them right here. You take your jacket off, you hang it right here. You take your boots off, you put them right here. You take your gloves off, you put them right here. You plug your radio, your headlamp, your avalanche backpack in, and you go inside. You turn on the timer, your stuff is dry. Now what that does for you is it cuts probably 25, 35 minutes off of every time you go ride. Over the body of a winter, that adds on. For me, I honestly go ride more because it's much less of a hassle to get out and ride in an RPM trailer, knowing that everything's dry, everything's in its right spot, and just ready to go. All my oil, all my tools, just stay in the trailer. They've also moved everything off of the gooseneck, so you're not having to climb up on the gooseneck to access any of the dryers or heaters or anything. And as always, you've got a big stereo in here. You can hang out, have a good time, go ride. So to recap, for 2020, they've added a lot of stuff to the trailer. If you do the extreme cold weather package, you're getting a second 40,000 BTU furnace. They've also added these lower lights to the trailer to add a ton of lighting to it. They've added a ton of 8 USB charging ports to charge all your electronics. They've added a new step on the side that makes it a lot easier to get in and out. So, overall, every year they come out with new stuff that makes this trailer just a little more usable. And then last but not least, they move the batteries and the spare tire up into the gooseneck so they're much more easily accessed if you do have to get at one of those while you're out riding. Thanks for looking at this trailer. If you have any questions, comments, whatever you need, give us a call at Life Elevated Trailers. We'll be happy to help you out.